This is the worst. I'm going to fight with Black. Why did I do this to myself? I'm wondering why when I'm such a good girl. Maybe they found out that I stole Mizari's treats. No, I blamed it on my subordinate archdemon, so I shouldn't be suspected. So why, I wonder, but things happen. I decided that this was an opportunity. Because I don't like him. He doesn't have any factions, he does things on his own, and he's willing to stand in Gisama's way. He could incarnate if he wanted to, but I'm annoyed that he wasn't interested in it. That being said, I was pissed off that he didn't evolve and remained an archdemon for a long time, as if he had no interest in the world. It's probably Black's doing, too, by encouraging the remaining 3 colors to stay in a state of equilibrium, and if he's really a demon, he should aim for the future of evolution according to the rules. After all, I have to say I'm crazy here. He's certainly strong, but I'm strong too. Maybe I won't win, but maybe is the main word. Battles are very compatible with each other. Black doesn't know what I'm capable of, so I think he might let his guard down. So, if I go for it, there's a chance. My good point is that I'm positive. With my theoretical armament fully armed, I was ready for the battle with Black. I was feeling a passionate murderous intent, but my hands were tied. Rather, I'd prefer you call me Diablo, Blue Primordial, Blue, no, you've been given the name Rain. I was a little happy to hear that. I thought he wasn't interested in other people, but now he even remembers my name. Maybe I should rethink it a little bit. Yes. My name is Rain. It was given to me by the great Gisama, the red primordial, Rouge, the strongest of our primordial breeds. Not like you, who was named by some demon lord mud, hybrid, of some unknown species. I felt a little better and tried to incite him. I called Rimuru-sama mud. Personally, I like the slime because he's cute, and Rimuru-sama seems to be a good demon lord. So I thought it would be a good tactic against Diablo. It didn't work. What? Do you want to die? No, you want to disappear from the world. Kufufufufu, I'm going to give you what you want. His eyes seemed quite serious. Well, Diablo doesn't always let anyone know what he's thinking, so I didn't think he'd get that emotional and pissed off. Let's fight, Diablo. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I've been wanting to fight you ever since you fighting the white primordial in the east. What a relief it was that I was using this skill, Mist. If I split up my body beforehand, I can come back even if one of me dies. Otherwise, I would never want to fight an opponent that I might not be able to beat. By the way, it was true that I was really interested in the battle between Diablo and the white primordial, Blanc. Because I had also fought the white primordial, Blanc. The reason is jealousy. For some reason, Diablo had a respect for the white primordial. I wanted to see what that power was like. As I recall, I was able to bring the game to a draw thanks to Mist. To put it the other way around, the game was a loss. No, it was still a tie. I didn't lose. Only to Gisama can I admit defeat, because I'm a capable girl. And yet the battle raged on. Maybe I was too serious. I used all my strength to hunt down Diablo with everything I had. In terms of magicules, we're evenly matched in quantity. I may even be better than him. What a surprise. But I'm not stupid enough to be so careless. Diablo said that he didn't to be serious against me. It's frustrating, but I think he meant what he said. Am I sore loser? I know you just incarnated and can't give it your all, but that's no excuse, okay? I try to tell him that, but I know what I'm really saying. This perverted guy isn't that kind of idiot. He's one of the top 2 guys I thought were trouble. He would never make the kind of mistakes that some small fry would make. But this was unexpected. Before I knew it, a stack magic circle painted with glowing spells had appeared around me. What? Wait. Moreover, isn't that spell holy magic, which demons are not good at? It's impossible not to be surprised. Rimuru-sama's signature disintegration spell was aimed at me from all sides. Oh, I understood at that moment that I might have lost. I'm sure you were worried. Of course, I'm fine. Didn't I just say that I have the Mist skill to be safe? Girls will hate you for that kind of nitpicking. Don't think, but feel. Just sympathize with them, and they'll be happy. Of course, so will I. But that Diablo guy is beyond rude. Bringing up another person in the middle of a battle. Tensura. Who is that? You gotta bring them here. I was indignant, but then I was shocked to learn that it was the white primordial. I mean, what? Let's calm down for a minute. Why does the white primordial, Blanc, have a name? I was still trying to set up Diablo, though I knew he would see through my act. I thought that would happen, because he's been a very tricky character since he was the black primordial. It pisses me off. If it weren't for this guy, I would have laughed at him for being a sore loser. But for now, the Tensura case is more important. It seems that Gisama was not the only one who was hiding with me. This is very bad, indeed. For a while now, Diablo has been proudly talking about Demon Lord Rimuru. It was annoying with all the Rimuru-sama this and Rimuru-sama that and so on and so forth, but it's too much of a distraction to talk about important topics. What annoys me is that he's doing it for real. Gisama seems to be annoyed, but I have to put up with it because he is my partner. I managed to get out the shocking story of how Demon Lord Rimuru has taken on other primordials as his subordinates. I don't want to believe it. If he can make me believe it, I have strategically lost. But unfortunately, it seems to be the truth. It's the worst. The white primordial, Blanc, is Tensura. The purple primordial, Violet, is Ultima. The yellow primordial, John, is Career. Until now, the balance of power had been in balance for so long, but now it's collapsing in an instant. I hope these kinds of changes would take decades or centuries, but the reality is brutal. Living freely without constraints. I sometimes think that's the right way for a demon, but shouldn't we be competing with each other? Isn't it wrong to be united into one force? Then one side is too strong, and there would be no competition. But he's done it, isn't that right? Demon Lord Rimuru, I think he's dangerous from the bottom of my heart. Until now, the Ancestor Asshole and the annoying Black Primordial, Noir, Diablo, have been two of the top names on my list of problems. But today right now Demon Lord Rimuru has taken the top spot by a landslide. He's the one I should be worried about at all costs. Hostility should be avoided, even if it means rubbing smoke in it. Unlike Gisama, I'm a good girl. Besides making me angry, I'll just go with the flow and call him Rimuru-sama like I really mean it. I decided in my mind that it was good to do so. We pulled back, leaving things to chance. It's very unusual. Because Gisama's real purpose was to deal with the situation because he had detected some very serious force being activated on the spot. Yes. No matter what happens here, Rimuru-sama will take care of it. Diablo was boasting, but I can't believe that he accepted it. However, as a mere maid, it is out of the question for me to question Gisama's decision. In the end, I left it to Rimuru-sama, and I was relieved that it was the right decision in the end. Because Gisama was worried about Rimina-sama. Rimina-sama's control of Western nations has made Gisama's job much easier. So I worry about it. I agree with it. There's no way I'm going to take over. Anyway, I'm glad to hear that it seemed to be finished safely. It's a shame that Mizari failed her mission, but what can you do when you're dealing with a white, primordial, Blanc, named Tensura? Was she strong? I didn't fight her, but she looked nasty. Having a name and a body made her a demon noble. She's a lot stronger than a bad demon lord. I'm sure. She was so troublesome even when I fought her, so as she's evolved, she may be out of control. In the first place, she didn't care much about winning or losing. She's willing to accept tactical defeats, as long as she can get the results she wants. That's why that woman is unfazed by defeat. She was number 3 on my top secret troublemaker list, now number 4. Oh, actually, she's still number 3 because the ancestor was destroyed. Wow, looking at it this way, the top members of the trouble list are all in Rimuru-sama forces. Carrera is also trouble, and Ultima is a landmine if handled incorrectly. I have a lot of respect for him, controlling those guys. Let's try not to pick a fight with Rimuru-sama. I'd like to say something all of a sudden, but I understand what you mean and I agree with you. Rather, that's line I want to say to you. How rude. I'm not going to cross that troublesome guy, either. Really. You're the one who wanted to challenge Gisama to a fight. That's unbelievable. That was, well, a youthful indiscretion. I'm growing up and I won't make the same mistake. And so, that's how we came to look at Rimuru-sama. It's bad. It's bad. Rimuru-sama, it's seriously bad. It's the first time I met you, but you are dangerous. What? I already met him at Walpurgis. Shut up. What do I care about that? I'm talking about Rimuru-sama's trouble. It's all I can say, but that's what happens to everyone. Because, listen to me. Rimuru-sama, you evolved us as well. I can't believe it. But it's true. I'm a good girl who tells the truth, even though I'm a demon. However, I can be of service to Gisama now. In terms of strength, I had barely been acknowledged by Gisama. In fact, if we had to take on the Octagram crowd, there was no one we could beat. But now that I think about it, the current demon lords are very good. I could beat Rimuru-sama, but I'm not so sure. If she gains her true form, it's us who would lose. I want to hurt that jerk Dino, but if I do, I'll be the one who cries. That's why I'll forgive him, and want him to be thankful for my generosity. Oops, but I digress. Let's get back to the story of how we evolved.